I'll start with the most rigorous variation. When you're trying to introduce the rotational component to any, let's say, newbie client who's very new to exercise, let's say a geriatric population, and they're not very coordinated with the whole torso to hip rotation and everything in the wood shop. What you can simply do is, and always when the pulley is on the right, it's always left hand then goes opposite hand, first grips first. Okay, so before the usual wood chop is chop, torso rotation, and back. So before introducing this, if they find it difficult, the most rigorous variation will be just introduce pull and chop and back. And the load matters in this. Start with lighter load, pull, chop, and back. When you're comfortable with this, slowly you can start with rotation of the torso. Now when they are fully comfortable with the rotation of the torso, slowly introduce the full range and back. Full range and back. And how much of my this leg matters doesn't matter. That's what's comfortable to the client. All that matters is hands extended. As much as is extended, it's going to be difficult. As much as it's close, it's going to be easier. So the maneuvering the weights away from the body at this range is going to be difficult. So the chop faster and the eccentric part slower. Faster and slower. If I'm working my right external oblique and left internal oblique. Imagine it as a right external oblique is always a contralateral worker. Your internal is a ipsilateral. So when I chop from right to left, that is I'm working towards the left hand side. So my right external oblique works and my left internal oblique. Concentrically and back. Okay? Everyone try it. Now with the Swiss ball variation. Swiss ball variation, to introduce the chops, you can start this just without the movement. But the load, let's say I'm doing 5 standing is easier than doing 5 sitting. So the load also matters. So for introducing this variation with lesser weights, it's easier by sitting on the Swiss ball. Because your leg doesn't do much of the work. We're only concentrating on the torso staying upright and then turning. Okay.